Okay, welcome to my first Phycopass gameplay. Far above the man-made dome of the once renowned Metro Paradise stood an ivory tower, and within this tower lay a part of the city's core function. And deep within it, he infiltrated the tower's core with ease.
なんて簡単なんだろう。ネットの壁は紙より薄いな。セキュリティシステムの扉は子供部屋の鍵よりもたやすく開くじゃないか。
Opened easier than a child's room, he whispered to himself. He had avoided social interactions for so long that now he only spoke to himself.
この塔の中にあるはずなんだ。僕の新しいおもちゃが。
It should be somewhere in this tower.
どこに隠してあるんだろう。
My new toy. Where have they hidden it? He searched and searched for his toy, which had to be somewhere.
見つけた。
Found it. There it was, his toy, in the neurosurgery room. As written on the hospital map, it was his first time touching it, but with only a glance, he knew.
これは僕のために作られた人形だ。こんなところにしまい込んでおいちゃかわいそうだ。さあ、行こう。今から君は僕の体となって動くんだ。僕には使命がある。お母さんから託された大切な使命が。人を幸せにする。それが僕の使命だ。そうだよね、お母さん。
Isn't that right, mother? Huh. Let's go with why had things turned out like this?
What's going on, man? You get a new game or something?
Yeah, it was free.
What game?
Phycopass.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why? Where did I go wrong? Such a futile question. I had been born and raised in a rural city far away from Tokyo. The
CB system.
I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
It's CB.
There's an L in it.
Yeah, CBL.
CBL? The CBL system judged humans, leading them to the path that maximized their future happiness. Education, marriage, employment, anything. The judgment that had been given to me was to live and die in that rural city. That was fine. It was not like I didn't like it there, but I did regret obeying Sibyl. 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 Would it have been better to go against Sibyl's judgment and seek employment in Tokyo after all? I knew it wasn't possible, but I couldn't help but think about it. The world now was a place where one couldn't get a job unless Sybil deemed them suitable. Even if I went against it and came to Tokyo, the only thing I could have expected to happen was to fail finding a job and then becoming homeless. Then again, there was my childhood friend, Yukari Himikawa. Unlike me, she had the aptitude to study medicine in Tokyo. Such different paths, but I loved her. Yukari, what are you up to right now? One day, Yukari just disappeared. It made no sense that she didn't contact her parents or me, so I came to Tokyo, searching for her, but she was nowhere to be found. The school, the school she attended, the place she worked, the place she worked at. I looked everywhere, but nobody knew where she had gone. It was useless. Everyone just said the same thing as I did. One day, Yukari Himikawa just vanished out of thin air. A registration letter to her employer. That was the last time anyone heard from her. She never handed in her work or popped up out of the blue. As I searched for her, I became reckless. It wasn't long before my hue clouded and my crime coefficient rose. As a result, I became a latent criminal. I'm a fool. Such a damn fool. However, my chance at salvation appeared right before my eyes. I just want to welcome whoever's watching. Takuma Tsurugi. I'm Nobushika Ginoza from the MWPSB CID. You have the aptitude to become an enforcer. Interested to work as one? That was my ticket out of hell. I jumped at the chance and have never looked back. So the Public Safety Bureau. Huh? This is where I work. This is where I work now. Man, I'm so touched. I've always wanted to be a police detective. Police detective? You mean enforcer? Well, they're more or less the same thing, aren't they? Inspector Ginoza? Both arrest criminals, right? Latent criminals, to be correct. Jeez. How many times does it take for you to understand? Yeah, latent criminals refer to those above a certain crime coefficient, regardless of whether they have committed a crime or not. Correct? They possess the potential to cause harm to society The goal of the CID is to apprehend and isolate them before that ever happens. Yeah, like how I used to be, but I was in a good mood, so I kept that thought to myself. When do I actually get to play? Search. Sure, I had dreamed of being a detective since I was a kid, but more importantly, if I was in the PSB, I knew I'd have a better chance at finding more about Yukari's whereabouts. And for that reason, I was in pretty high spirits. What are you grinning about? Hurry up and move. Alright, alright. Get adjusted to how this enforcer device works. Mental care is important, so be sure to get used to using the hue checker. It wasn't uncommon to find programs that could check your own hue, but the PSB's special model was quite unique. It's built into our wrist comms. Of course, it's not all fun and games. The fact that they issued such a device said a lot about the stress that came with being a detective. Mental care is a personal responsibility. So be diligent, Kinoza said sternly. Then he gave me a detailed tutorial about the device. He was really helpful. I checked my hue again. It was way better than before. It was like the first rays of sunlight on a clear morning. Apparently, this color's called Nastrutium orange. Before it had the chance to worsen, detectives are required to take mental supplements. That's our duty, apparently. And any medication was paid for by the public's expense. But then again, I shouldn't need that anytime soon. Hey, Inspector. Soon and Morty, where are you taking those two? As we walked down the corridor, Ginoza stopped the three ladies coming from the other direction. I thought the criminal investigation department was full of tough men, but right before me stood a variety of women, gorgeous, cool, and cute. Oh, Inspector Ginoza, it seems there's a new sandwich place nearby the PSP. So Miss Kunizuka and the rest of us are going to grab some lunch. I've been waiting to eat there for a while, but it's not like we can leave the premises by ourselves, right? So we asked Akane if she'd go with us. It's true that enforcers must be escorted by an inspector when they leave the premises. However, Tsunemori, don't let yourself get too familiar with the enforcers. I happen to be leaving for lunch anyway, and having a meal with company tastes better than eating alone. I see. I didn't think there was any need for him to make such a bitter face. By the way, who's that man over there? Oh, he's the newly assigned enforcer. Takuma Tsurugi. Nice to meet you, ladies. Well, aren't you a fine-looking man? I'm Shinan Karanomori. Karanomori. The analyst. The analyst. If you want to know more, just come over to the analysis lab anytime. Analysts examine and review data analysis from street scanners, determine victims' cause of death, and many other things. We work with her a lot. Keep that in mind. I'm Akane Tsunamori. And this is Yaoi. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just calling her Kinizuka. An enforcer just like you. Miss Karanomori, Miss Tsunamori, and Miss Kunizuka. I see. Man, it puts me in really high spirits to get to work with such beautiful faces. Stop saying stupid things and get a move on. And Miss Tsunamori, remember to return before lunch break ends. Oh, yes, understood. Miss Karanomori, Miss Kunizuka, we should get going. See you around. Surugi. 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 Man, they have some weird names. This is the office of the CID Division 1. We usually operate from here. So this place is... The office was less organized than I had expected. I wondered if everyone in here was an enforcer. They all seemed to be doing as they pleased. My name is Takuma Tsurugi, and I've been assigned to the CID's Division 1 as of today. I look forward to working with you all. As I continued to bow, I noticed a middle-aged man who had the presence of a veteran detective stand up from a seat in the back. Ah, so you're the new enforcer. Well, as you can see, so long as there's no trouble, we hunting dogs have it pretty good. Just take it easy. Take it easy, you say. And you are? Tomomi Masoka. Masoka. An enforcer like you. Shusai Kagari is over there. Shinya Kagami is the one closest to you. Both of them are enforcers as well. Well, let's all get along as fellow enforcers. I notice a stack of manga piled above Kagari's desk. Could it be? Wow, isn't that a vintage shonen manga? Oh man, I remember this cover. It was one of my favorites. Excited? I picked it up. I always thought I'd only be able to find these in museums, but never thought I'd actually see a real paperback up close, much less hold it. What is it? What is this? Could it be that you're someone who knows your stuff? Yeah, I cried when he fell to his death as he fought the enemy. Takuma Tsurugi. Holy cow, there's a lot of talking. It was it? We've got much to talk about. I particularly liked the part where here, when all the rivals band together. Oh, I totally understand. I think I'm going to get along with you really well. Shu, you really know what's up if you read paperback manga.
But you're serious? There's a lot more talking than anything else. Have you gotten into anything?
Nope. I've gotten into paperback manga recently because of a friend of mine. It was tough to find, though, man.
Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking of.
What's that? Are you just like Kaguri? Yeah, I like retro stuff, or rather, just cool stuff, like smoking and mahjong. It just feels manly,
Mahjong Manly?
like part of a detective repertoire. Hey, pops, we got ourselves a sucker here. If you can play, then how about we have a game tonight? Then it'll be a welcome party for the new guy. Sounds like a plan. I'd be happy to join. It's your own free will to have fun with your fellow enforcers, but take your job seriously.
Take my job seriously? Hell no.
Got it. But it isn't. But isn't it lunch break right now?
Are you talking to somebody, Mikey?
You need to stop always being so tense. A break is necessary every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, when am I going to get to play the game?
Just keep pressing buttons.
I have my regular mental therapy session to attend. By the way, there's a. Where's Kugatachi?
Kugatachi.
Kugatachi. Kugatachi. I don't know why,
Why
but
does that sound like pussy to me? I don't know why, but that sounds similar.
Kugatachi,
That sounds similar to the Japanese word of pussy.
which is
It just sounds similar. I remember an Asian girl asked me to lick her pussy in Japanese.
if you're looking for Nareshiko, she went to water the flowers. I figure she'll be back soon.
Giggity.
Watering flowers? It's work hours, you know.
Giggity.
It's a euphemism for going to the restroom.
Giggity.
I am live streaming.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
That's really misleading. If she went to the restroom, then just say she went to the restroom. Due to our rules, there was a gap between inspectors and enforcers. But Ginoza might actually be quite fun. Then again, it was still easier to be with the enforcers. As I thought about it, such things, a woman entered the room, or the office. Sorry if you were looking for me. Who is that over there? Takuma Tsurugi. A new enforcer who was assigned today. Tsurugi meet Nadeshiko Kugatachi. Kugatachi.
Dude, you have a hard time speaking in Japanese, dude.
Shut up.
And yet you try to sing in Japanese. What? I mean, it's just...
I can sing in Japanese. I can't speak Japanese.
No, but yet you're trying to read them speak in Japanese. As they speak in Japanese, you're trying to read it in English. It's always a pain in the
She's the newly assigned inspector, as well as your superior. She's pretty cute.
You could do better.
True.
I
Enforcer Tsurugi. I am Kugatachi. It's just fun saying that.
It used to be Shishigami for you.
Kugatachi. Say it.
No.
Say it.
Not make me say it, dude.
Say it.
What's in it for me?
You know you want to. Confess. You want to tap
Shishigami.
Kugatachi.
I prefer Shishigami. Bang Shishigami.
Kugatachi.
You killed it.
When I peered into this woman's cold eyes, I felt a sudden tightness in my heart for some reason. My job is to utilize and monitor you. I see no need to get all friendly, but I expect the minimum level of cooperation and subordination from you. That will be necessary for work. Okay. A stern voice and rational speaking partner. Totally different from her apparent appearance. But that presence of her reminded me of Yukari. Enforcer Tsurugi, did you hear me? Yeah, sorry. I heard you. It's just that you really remind me of an old friend. So I was a little surprised. My sincere apologies, but I have never heard of your name until just now. As such, I believe the possibility that you and I were acquaintances is near zero. No, I understand. Plus, you look totally different from her anyway. Even then, her indifference and calculative reasoning reminded me strongly of Yukari, and I felt my chest ache. However, I didn't let this sentimentality overtake me. I had decided to find Yukari, and I wasn't about to let this woman I just met stop me. Looking forward to working with you, Miss Kugatachi. From now on, we are detectives till the very end. Wait, for me, Yukari, I will definitely find you no matter where you may be. Do I get to play now?
That was so much talking. Just skip this shit.
I don't know how.
Really? Just press the button.
The first mission came quickly. As my hue worsened, I had sunken further into the abyss I hated yet yearned for Tokyo, the city that had taken her from me. How ironic that it took me in as a detective.
You know how to skip. You're pressing the button.
But moreover, my first case wasn't in Tokyo.
You're pressing the dang button.
Sato Marine City, my hometown. Who would have ever thought I'd come back here so soon? Sato Marine City, Niigata Prefecture. A floating dome-like city wedged between the mainland Sato and the Noto Peninsula. Often referred to as as the Metro Paradise. It once had a bright future as a mining base for methane hydrate, but now it's nothing more than a desolate mining town destined to perish. With the widespread usage of drones, the northern region became unmanned granary. Likewise, as mining became automated, the people began leaving Sado Marine City. The decline in population had already begun when I was a kid. Those in the suburbs left first, and as a result, the abandoned district grew. Yukari and I had grown up in this dying city as neighbors. We often looked out of our windows together, gazing at the streets that spread towards the city glowing center.
Feels like story time.
However, I think we always knew that behind all the bright lights laid a vast expanse of ruin, which was always inching closer. Returning home on your first case, huh, Suri? Strange turn of events, isn't it? However, thanks to that, I may already be of use since I am pretty familiar with the city. That's the spirit. If you have a keen nose, you'll be fine.
Feels like serious story time.
Right on. Do I get to play?
How am I supposed to know? All I know is it sounds like story time.
A few hours prior,
Worst game ever.
the incident had been caused by some dumb kid. With that being said, we still couldn't just leave him be. It was a kidnapping after all. The missing person is Shiori Matsukata. Her parents claim she has not returned home since last night. She's cute. The girl shown on the monitor.
What?
The girl on the monitor, shown on the monitor, was quite pretty. Cute face and round, clear eyes. Age 16. Seems like she was attending high school in Tokyo. If she's not a latent criminal like us, maybe it's cause she's just around the age when kids start fooling around, don't you think? Unlike you, Shiori Matsukata, Phycopass has a clear color. However, there's something that seems suspicious. Suspicious? Take a look at this. The picture in the monitor changed. It was from a street camera and showed Shiori Matsukata smiling. Smiling at some kid, but only the back of his head was visible.
Is that the truth?
It seemed like they were going into an automated taxi together. Who's that kid? We don't know his identity yet. They seem to be on good terms just looking at her face. What a nice smile. Doesn't it? Doesn't she look like she's just met an old friend? I thought that too. I think the two are old friends. Maybe they knew each other from middle school. Why do you think that? Why do you think so, Tsunemori? There is evidence to back it up. Miss Kara Morty found it. Okay, for Miss Kara No Morty, I'm just gonna call her Kara. When analyzing the footage from the street cameras, but by analyzing and extracting footage from the street cameras and scanners, finding these high school students was going to be a breeze. All we have all we had to do was follow their tracks. I don't know when I get to play. Um as expected, there wasn't a clear shot of the suspect's face, but the conversation between the two could be heard clearly, and they were bickering about something. Thank you for coming today. I didn't expect you to come at such short notice, but I had a good time. Huh? What? Wait, aren't you still having a good time? I have to go. I have a curfew. Huh? What? What do you mean, curfew? Don't you live by yourself in Tokyo? My AI secretary keeps a log. My curfew is 7 p.m. Any later and my family will be notified. Pretty soon my mom will call me. Are they that stupid? Do they really have such little faith in their daughter? If so, they should have never let you move to Tokyo in the first place. Hey, I'm in Tokyo for school. My parents were only thinking about my future. What about me? Are you just going to leave me behind? Come with me. Let's go back to the same high school again. Suddenly, it seemed like Shiori's cell phone started ringing. It's my mom, sorry, but I really have to go. Hey, what what are you doing? The male suspect grabbed Shiori's cell phone and shoved his own cell phone in front of her face. The moment she saw it, her face froze. The hollow image projected from his phone was of Shiori in her middle school uniform. She was asleep, hunched over on her desk, and her skirt was wrinkled. When did you take this? Hollow. Isn't it cute? That's you back when we were in the same class. I snapped it in 3D HD so it's crystal clear no matter what angle you view it from. I'll send this to all your friends from your cell phone. Stop. Delete it now. Shiori desperately lunged for the phone. The male suspect ran away, taunting her. Then they both vanished from the street camera's view. That was all the evidence we could retrieve. That uniform in the hollow, I feel like I've seen it before. What's this? Does Taku have a schoolgirl fetish? It's not like that. Miss Tsunemori, that uniform in the hollow image of Shiori Matsukata, what school is it from? It appears to be from a local middle school. Sado Marine City, so then it must be in that methane hydrate mining sector in Niigata. Right? Niigata. I think that's how he said. Niigata. Yeah. Right? You're well informed. You can tell that specific uniform is from a middle school in Niigata. What a maniac. No, that's not it. Sato Marine City is my hometown. Hometown? Now that is a piece of information missing from my memories. Without any of her memories, she probably felt a bit empty, not knowing where her hometown was. But she didn't seem despondent and questioned Miss Tsunemori instead. So it's possible the suspect attended the same middle school as Shiori Matsukata in Sato Marine City. Isn't that correct, Inspector Tsunemori? That is right. Were either of them seen after this footage was taken? Her whereabouts are still unknown. The suspect hasn't been seen since. So you're saying he's on the move, yet avoiding the street cameras. At the very least, it seems the suspect is aware he's committing a crime. Have you checked all the records of street cameras and scanners outside of Tokyo, especially within the Hokuriki region, as well as other PSB data systems? We are searching, but don't be optimistic. Infrastructure beyond Tokyo is lacking. And moreover, the Hokuriku region is granary uninhabited places have less scanners. Outside of Tokyo, Hokuriku region. Wait, are you? The suspect told Shiori Matsukata to come with him back to their hometown so they could be together again. Are you serious? Apparently such things had happened long ago. I once heard about it from Yukari after she read a classic novel she liked. I think it was called Eloping. Emergency report from Hokuruki. Poor hue levels detected among passengers at an underwater subway station in Sato Marine City. The suspect have already evaded the drones. A thorough investigation was conducted at once. All street scanners among the underwater subway stations were analyzed and the footage from the cameras were reviewed. Shiori Matsukata is terrified face popped up in a pixelated 2D image as the male suspect forced Shiori onto the train. His face could now be clearly seen. It was easy to identify him now. Haruto Sato, age 16, born in Sato Marine City, where he currently attends a local high school. Haruto's hue was a dark orange color, quite cloudy. Thankfully, Shiori's hue had not worsened that much. The hue of the hue color of Haruto Sato's is dark orange. This color bears a risk of impulsive criminal tendencies and requires immediate therapy. How will the Dominator react? Is he a target for execution? We don't know that until we aim the Dominator at him. Though the possibility of him becoming a latent criminal is not low. Thought so. Good, we might make it in time. He might be spared the fate of being sent into an isolation ward. Oh wait. He might be spared the fate I had of being sent to an isolation ward and may still be able to return to society. Do I get to play the game now? However, the fact is that his hue had deteriorated. We, the PSV CID's Division 1, rushed to the scene. Sato Marines City, my hometown. Hey, how long are you planning to drag me around for? Are we going to sleep outdoors again tonight? I want to shower. Don't look so scared. Sleeping outdoors every once in a while is fine, okay? Take a look at your own well-rested face. It turned out quite well. Another picture? What's wrong with you? The hollow image you showed me yesterday was taken in the classroom, right? Do you get off on taking peeping Tom photos or what? Well, that's because you're too cute. I never planned on misusing it, though. Liar. What are you doing? What you're doing is blackmail. If I didn't, you wouldn't have come along. I don't want to be separated from you anymore. I still like you, so please stop saying things like, well, never meet again. I never said anything like that. You did. I have proof. Look at this text. Here's what it said. Once I get to Tokyo, it's the end. It won't do either of us any good. We'll never meet again. Stay well. What's this? This wasn't me. It must have been my mom. She hacked into my account and sent it. Your mom? She told me I needed to make lots of good friends who'd be useful for my future when I went on to study in Tokyo. What? What's up with that? Am I just some classmate from the sticks who wouldn't be useful for your future? Is that why she made you sever ties with me? I never thought of it in that way. That's why when you popped up out of the blue, I was happy to see you and hung out with you. Still, well, that's true. If you hated me, you wouldn't have met up with me anyway. I guess I was right to come visit you. But I didn't expect you to know my address. Your AI secretary must be really advanced in order to locate my address. All the way in Tokyo. Isn't it? I already told you this yesterday. But when I woke up one morning, there was this new hollow avatar who introduced itself. I wonder when it got downloaded, though. This is what the AI told me. I am Alpha. I'm here to help you. There's someone you want to see, isn't there? No need to hide it from me. I've been watching you. Why don't you go find her? It's not like you can't go to Tokyo, right? If you need someone to guide you, I can do that. For you, and before I knew it, I'm sorry guys, I can't read anymore. Okay, when do I get to play? to do something other than press X. Is this all there is to this game?
Man, no wonder it's free.
If this is all there is, then no wonder it's free.
Keep pressing the button until it freaking does something else. Just don't care what the thing is. Just keep pressing the button. If it says you win and you didn't do anything, I'm gonna be laughing. One cheeseburger. One cheeseburger says it does. Track. Too many freaking words.
Okay, enough with the talking. Let's get to the game. I might end up deleting it. When do I get to look around? When do I get to... Do I actually get to do something? Nope. Dude, what the heck? Do I even get to do anything other than hit X?
Oh joy, I get to hit X. Well, that game looks like a complete dud. Complete Snoresville.
Alright? Dude, this game is Snoresville.
Snoresville.
Sorry guys, I'm ending the stream.